Hello, everyone, and welcome to Week 3 action as we get ready for the Texans and the Jaguars. I had to scramble to get that started because I didn't realize I'm using OBS for the first time instead of Streamlabs OBS to do this because fuck Streamlabs with all the shit that's going on with them. As we are about to get into kickoff, Texans at Jaguars. This is looking like it's going to be a pretty good game, and we've got, we've got RX with his stream having commentary because, great job. Let me double check with them and see if either of them don't have commentary on, but hopefully we just won't see a kick return, as I'm going to radio this so that I don't turn it off. Okay. Return won't go that far. It gets actually just shy of the 25 at the 22, and I am going to try and really quickly.
In my games, I still have the commentary turned off, even though it's not casted. So
well, just in case we get casted, yeah, you know, you want to keep it off, as we're going to see a first down carry go for 20 yards. And yeah, I'm going to have to turn on HBK's stream. Great.
Okay, I'm going to do that then.
I really, really hope it is in fact off.
Yeah, I switched.
Loading, we're loading. So you're going to miss one 20-yard carry by Marlon Mack.
Yeah, first and 10 at the 42.
Yep, his commentary is off over here this time. So here we go, first and 10 from the 42.
Ooh. Stretch play for...
And it's going to be a stretch. Mack takes it. He's got a good lane. Looks like he's going to get about 15. Actually got 20. Not going to be 20. It's just shy at 19. As he gets across the 40 to the 39-yard line. And a little RPO look there from Tua, going off dominant. And just a nice run by Marlon Mack. And now we're going to see the other wide receiver here check in. I'm not sure which one number 3 is. As Tagovailoa drops back for his first pass of the game, he's going to drop this off to, I believe that's Jacoby Myers. Unless that is the Rook. I don't think it's the Rook, though. Yeah, that is Jacoby Myers.
Yeah, and Brandon Cooks is still serving a suspension, right? So this is his last game for
It was a 2-game suspension. I can't remember if he played the first game or not. 13 is not on the field right now, though, so possibly not. As run, this is Callaway, and Callaway's going nowhere. Lost those 3 yards that Jacoby Myers got. And that's going to bring him back 3rd and 9. Big man up front brings him down.
Third and 9 here.
And big 3rd down. Don't want to have to kick a field goal, especially in this rain. And I don't think either of these guys are the best field goal kickers. Now, they're not bad, don't get me wrong. Like, they're not Carlos, but definitely leaves a lot to be desired in the kicking game, as we're going to see a whole lot of time. Tagovailoa drops back, fires. He's got a man on the corner. That's Myers. And Jacoby Myers will bring it down inside the 10. Just gets that second foot down. And that'll bring up 1st and goal. Tua Tagovailoa with a great throw with pressure in his face. As we're going to see Urban Meyer pull out his red flag after just telling the ref that he wanted to challenge it for about 5 minutes. He does finally find his red hanky. And yeah, that's all for naught. They're just going to waste a timeout within 2 minutes. It definitely looked like he got 2 feet down.
That's why you draft. I mean, I know they traded for him, but that's still showing that talent of that accuracy down the field.
Play action here. Tagovailoa got a tight end open. Actually, that's not the tight end. That's the rookie, if I'm not mistaken, Jones. And number 19 gets, I'm not sure what number that is on the year. That might be his first touchdown of the year. First touchdown of what they hope will be a very long career. Took that wide receiver at number 11. And he's a stud straight out of college, honestly.
All the intangibles, the traits you want. But I mean, there we go. We see Tua right on the play action rollout. He gives that accuracy. That's where he makes his money. I know people question his arm. He makes the throws he needs to up to this point.
Yeah, without a doubt. And that was wide receiver Dylan Jones with the touchdown reception. And that second running back was Quindarius Callaway, 6th round running back from earlier. Unfortunately, has a negative gain as his only gain so far, as Trevor Lawrence will dump off for 3 yards on this first down to Travis Etienne, as Jacksonville has kind of made the move over to more of an air raid system. They've got a lot of really good wide receivers. They've obviously got Chenault, as well as a few others. Not seeing anyone else on there, as not a great throw here by Lawrence. Looked like he had pressure in his face, and that's going to bring up very quickly a 3rd and 7. Would not be a good sign if you end up
3 and out.
Yeah.
And that on the first drive of the game.
That from earlier is Dylan Jones's first touchdown of his career. So he's definitely going to want to hold on to that ball. It wasn't a huge catch, but hey, a 9-yard touchdown grab is a 9-yard touchdown grab. As Trevor Lawrence drops back, 3rd down, nothing there. Looked like he was trying to get that to I believe that was Chenault on the left side. I'm probably wrong about that, but either way, sails it out of bounds, and he's going to have to punt this away. Decent punt, gets him inside the 40 to the 38. But now Tua in this offense, I mean, they're already rolling, so this defense needs to step up, because they look like absolute Swiss cheese for all of for everything but one Callaway run.
Well, looking at that first drive, you see Houston wants to establish the run as they give off another handoff.
Yeah, another handoff. Marlon Mack cuts inside. He's got 10 and a first. Gonna actually get pushed forward for about 14. And yeah, Marlon Mack is just able to run left, right, and up, down, left, right, sideways. Doesn't matter which way you give it to him. He is just finding holes everywhere right now.
Was Josh Allen moved in the offseason?
Josh Allen was moved. He went to, I forget where he went exactly.
Okay. So as we saw earlier, on the stretch plays, they broke contain, and that's part of losing Josh Allen.
Yeah. As Callaway once again just can't get anything going. He has had 2 carries for a net of -2 yards between the two. He is currently -3 and -1, yet to get past the line of scrimmage. Is the 6th round running back. But yeah, moved on from Josh Allen, picked up Nwosu and Chason in the offseason. So, I mean, Nwosu still good, and obviously you've got Von Miller on the other side. I think they're just basically not running at Von Miller, as they will dump this off to the tight end Jordan, who was one of the few bright spots of last season for Houston, and gets back across the line to about a 3rd and 6.
Yeah, Brevin Jordan had a big game last week against the Chiefs. Big game. He get over 100 yards, touchdown. So he's one of the big key playmakers.
So now 3rd and 6. We tick just shy of the 4:20 mark in this first quarter. Tagovailoa, the give to Callaway. Callaway finally with some running room. Just shy. He's not going to get a favorable spot, although it definitely didn't look like he got it anyway. So 4th and 1. And we're not seeing either of the kicking units come out there. I think Houston's going to elect to go aggressive. As right there, Jacksonville, just not a great defense. I mean, it's 3rd and 6. I understand you want to play the pass, but going with a very soft 3-man front, you're basically begging them to run it, and they've been running it down your throat all day. If that's Marlon Mack, I think that's a first down. Speaking of, we're going to see a play action to Mack. He's got a man in the corner. That's Jordan tiptoeing his way. Backwards on the song, Jordan is tiptoeing. He's not tiptoeing in his Jordans, but he will get inside the red zone to the 16-yard line. And what a catch on the sideline there.
Again, play action.
And by the tight end, no less. Just great play, and that sets up 1st and 10 from the 16. Marlon Mack still in the backfield. They're going to drop back. Tagovailoa's got Jordan underneath. Got the first. Going to mark him at about the 5.5, but that will be 1st and goal. As, man, this Jacksonville defense are really looking like Swiss cheese right now.
Yeah, in a way, as you probably want to take away something. You don't want to just give up everything, because that's what blowouts happen. So you can take away the run, but you can't just allow the pass game and run game to.
Heavy I formation. They're going to give this to Marlon Mack. Mack bounces off one guy short. Not quite into the end zone. We'll get down to about the 1, and that'll make it 2nd and goal. So 2nd and goal from the 1. Heavy goal line set out. It's play action. Tagovailoa, this is actually a run. That play got busted up everywhere, and okay, I believe it was supposed to be a throw, but because of the...
It looked like the receivers were running routes.
The receivers were running routes. It just looked like, for some reason, Tagovailoa never got the opportunity to pull it. In Madden speak, he got glitched and couldn't throw the football for whatever reason. Had guys open is the unfortunate part. The play worked perfectly, but Madden did not work perfectly. So
he took care of the ball. He didn't fumble. He took a hit, but the drive's still alive.
So now 3rd and goal. They're going to come out. Empty set here. Tagovailoa drops back. Looking end zone, incomplete. Miles Jack in there to get a hand on it. Almost intercepts it, and we're more than likely going to see the field goal unit as we will see Katie. We will see Fairbairn come on. And knock this one right through, no problems. So 26-yard field goal, basically just a chip shot. And unfortunately couldn't get a whole lot after the 3 and out. They get all the way down to the 1 and have to settle for 3 as Carr is going to take this out. I don't agree with that. We'll get to the 20, but...
Yeah, you lose 5 yards field position. See, as the Texans, I mean, you're happy with that. You get 3 points. You don't turn the ball over. Obviously, you want 7, but as the Jags, you got to stop, It could have been a 14-point game, so now see what we can do this drive.
Now Lawrence drops back, takes off running, doesn't look like he's got anyone there, and takes a hit. I always fear for those hits because you might as well have just thrown it away. I mean, you got all of 1 yard. Good job.
Mm-hmm. and your quarterback gets hit, you always worry about the fumble bug or the injury bug. So.
Nothing good can happen from your quarterback taking a hit, so try and throw it away. Throw it away when you can. And that was not a go for the run on first down to get a single yard. Play action here. Lawrence, second down, looking deep for the tight end. It's double covered and almost intercepted. Moreland was right there. Looked like he was going to get it. But I believe that was just good defense by the tight end. I believe that was Hakeem Butler running that route.
Another 3rd and long for Jacksonville.
Yeah. And, okay, we will finally see Chark come out, so Laviska Shenault will check out, and DJ Chark will check in. As Lawrence drops back, 3rd and 9. Pressure from King, and he's going to get away from the sack at least. Took the hit and looked like it might have been a sack, but... whew. Avoiding the disaster, and they're just going to have to punt? Or not?
4th and 9 on your 21.
Okay, so I believe they forgot that it was 4th down, and they're going to send the field goal unit out. I was about to say, 4th and 9 on your 21. I don't like this. Maybe a fake punt to try and draw him, but, like, no, don't do that. So Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. He's going to give this to Callaway. Callaway's got a good hole. Great play by the offensive line there. Will bust him open for 7 yards.
That was a big hole, too. Good block by the right guard and the right tackle.
Yeah, I could have drove a freight truck through that thing.
We're going to see a snap here.
2nd and 3. Probably just going to let this roll. Oh, they will snap it with 1 second. Play action. Miles Jack coming. He just throws it away. I think Tua could have gotten the 1st down if he really wanted to. I know that Jack is one of the faster linebackers, but I don't know. Still, I would have liked to see you do something more than just throwing it away. And that will bring up...
Yeah. What do you think about that first quarter for Houston?
Oh, Houston is just dominating everything left, right, and center. They can run it at will. They can throw it at will. Their defense has gotten 2 3-and-outs. Jacksonville needs to change things, and they need to change things now.
You get a stop here, you're looking good.
Yeah. If you don't, though. Now 3rd and 3. Tagovailoa drops back. Plenty of time, and he's just going to dump this off to Jordan for the 1st.
See, Tua's just taking what's given to him. He's not forcing anything. High percentage throws. Jordan's being...
I mean, meanwhile, Jacksonville... I mean, on the other side, Jacksonville, I don't think they have actually called a single run play. I think they have 3 passes for 3 passing plays with 1 completion, maybe. The rest being incomplete and almost intercepted ball. And then your quarterback taking off running. As speaking of running, here goes Callaway. And on the triple option, just shy of the 1st.
So you second and short, the full playbook's open. You can take a shot. You can pretty much guarantee a 1st down on the running play. All you need is a yard. So just Houston keeps putting themselves in good position to capitalize.
Yeah, at this point, Houston's doing what Jacksonville needs to be doing. Because for whatever reason, Houston is staying ahead of the chains, whereas Jacksonville is not. An ill-advised throw hit as he threw, falls incomplete. Got away with one there. probably should have been picked off. It looked like he was trying to go to the slot. It was kind of there, but with the pressure, really should have probably just taken the sack or something.
Yeah, I mean, that was like the first iffy throw, you know? I mean, you don't want to put the ball in harm's way. But hey, it was just deflected. No turnovers, so we got get another play on
And
this
now on
drive.
3rd and inches, Jacoby Myers on the bubble screen. Close. They will give it to him. Just stretch that ball out across the marker.
RPOs can be so great for a drive. You know, they're pretty much the extension of a run game. So in that case, he has the option of handing it off or just a quick pass to get the first down.
Speaking of running, we're going to see a run play here by Callaway. Nice 5-yard gain. Yeah, Houston doing a great job of just mixing everything up. Myers, I believe that was his 7th or 8th carry.
Trying to stay balanced.
We've seen Mac get about 5 or 6 itself. And Tua's only thrown it technically 11 times, although the RPO to Jacoby Myers actually went backwards, so it does count as a run play.
Yeah, and as a defense, you know, you're kind of guessing or hoping, right? Like, do we stop the run? Is it a pass play? Is it a run play? I really try to.
2nd and 5. We're gonna see a jet sweep here to the rookie. It's gonna be Jones getting 12 yards on the jet sweep. Just catches him completely off guard, and that's gonna be a first down to the 25-yard line. Dylan Jones, have yourself a game. Really breaking out right about now. He's had a decent season up to this point. Nothing great, but nothing terrible as play action. Tagovailoa looking for Myers, and he's going to make the catch. Inside the 10 to the 9, and that's going to be 1st and goal. I thought that was going to be just out of reach, but Jacoby Myers goes out to get it. And that'll set up 1st and goal from the 9. Give to Mack, going wide, and Marlon Mack maybe got the line of scrimmage. Really wasn't anything going there. And it's now 2nd and goal. Ball on the 8. Man in motion, that's going to be Jacoby Myers. Give to Jacoby Myers, who cuts it up, and it looked like he might have forced his way in on that touch pass, but going to be marked short. Corner was able to just barely knock him back. And that's going to bring up 3rd and goal. As we will see Wes Callaway in the backfield. 3 wide receivers on the field. Going to be an RPO, and Callaway is going to go back to what he had in his first 2 runs. A whole lot of nada. So Jacksonville's defense, bend don't break, but, I mean, it's an upside that you're only giving up 3, but at the downside, like, you keep giving up these goal-to-go situations, eventually they're going to force it in, and your offense is still yet to get off the pot.
If you're Houston right there, would you consider going for it or just take the 3?
If you're still on the 2, yes. Getting knocked back to the 5, risky. I like going for it, but at the same time, I'm perfectly fine with just taking my 3.
Yeah.
Now, 1st and 10, Jacksonville play action. Don't know who this is fooling because they have yet to actually run the ball as Trevor Lawrence, incomplete pass. Lawrence is now 1 for 6, as that looked like it was a lot more on DJ Chark, just not expecting the ball to be coming his way, rather than Trevor Lawrence missing him.
Yeah, it's tough. I mean, we're a quarter and a half, over a quarter and a half through, and Jacksonville has like 5 yards of total offense, it looks like.
Yeah, Lawrence now 2nd down. Going underneath to Hurst. That will get Hayden Hurst. Hurst breaks a tackle and is forced out of bounds. So, hey, chains have moved. That's more than Jacksonville has done all game thus far. And now with 4 minutes left in the 2nd quarter, we finally see our first chain movement. Yikes. But hey, you're still staring up at 13-0, so it could be a lot worse as Trevor Lawrence takes this on the read option and gets a little bit. He's got 6, so thus far, they have run it twice. That's the first actual run play. And both rushing attempts were your quarterback. I don't like running your franchise quarterback like this. You're risking him getting hurt. You're risking him fumbling. No, don't do it. And there you go again. Another read option, and this one is just snuffed out from the beginning. Went backwards, and now you're behind the chains at 3rd and 8.
And your quarterback takes another hit, which, over a while, that can take a toll, cause injury, rattle him a little bit. Now back to 3rd and long.
Yeah, I mean, you're lucky that you didn't fumble that one. Getting hit from behind as a quarterback, you're lucky that he didn't get a hand in there and knock it away. Because that almost always happens. But now here you go, 3rd and 8. Lawrence drops back. Did he catch that? Okay.
He got it.
That looked like it either hit the ground or was intercepted. Somehow, the low ball cheese is caught. And that's going to move the chains. Okay. Terrible decision by Lawrence, but he's going to get bailed out. As 1st and 10, Lawrence drops back. Thrown underneath. Goes to James Robinson. And again, probably should have been knocked away, but will be completed for 3. So 2nd and 7 as we are going to hit the 2-minute warning. Jacksonville with just 1 timeout, so if they get nothing right now, or even if they score, there's no chance of getting the ball back again. On the bright side, Jacksonville does get the ball to start the 2nd half, so if you can score, get a stop, you have a chance to even take the lead coming out of half with as bad as you have played this 1st half.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure Jacksonville probably wants to kill clock, use the whole rest of the quarter, get some points, and then capitalize to start the 2nd half.
As on 2nd down, we're going to see a 7-yard, or not a 7-yard run, but we're going to see a run play from Travis Etienne, and that's going to set up a 3rd and short. As finally, I believe this is the first time that Jacksonville has actually been ahead of the chains, right on schedule, 3rd and 3. As Lawrence drops back. Pressured. It's intercepted by Johnson! Johnson's going to take this one back. There's nobody going to catch him. Trevor Lawrence was immediately blocked. And, yeah, what looked like some forward momentum for Jacksonville gets taken all the way to the house.
That's tough. That is what you don't want. That's the last thing you want. You got to not get points, but not give up any points in that situation.
Yep, and that right there for Lonnie Johnson. The pick 6 by the safety playing down in the box. That is just his first interception of the season. And hey, took it at a good time. Took it to the house, makes it 20-0.
Is your thought process still playing aggressive here if you're Jacksonville?
You have to now. You have to get points. If you can even get a field goal and turn around and make a touchdown out of the next drive coming out of half, and you're sitting pretty. As dump off here to Travis Etienne. That'll get about 6. Not too much. You're not too far behind the sticks. You have 118. The sideline is in play. You have one timeout because you were forced to call a timeout on the punt that you forgot was 4th down. Almost pulled a Tom Brady. And then you waste one on what was obviously getting 2 feet down, as Lawrence will drop this off to Etienne, and decent gain, but that is over the middle of the field. Going to waste a few seconds as they get set back up. Drop back to pass. Tried to force that one into DJ Chark. Probably should have been intercepted again.
Yeah, if the defender touches it, that's no bueno.
Yeah, definitely not his best day. As remember, this was a team that was just 2 games away from a Super Bowl last year. As Lawrence drops back to Narnia and fires a bad ball to DJ Chark. A little bit underthrown there. Maybe if you don't drop back 40 yards, you're actually able to hit that.
Yeah, no, I mean, obviously, the Jags were probably the surprise of last season, but hey, credit to them. They made the plays. They got as far as they could in the playoffs, take down some tough competition, so credit to them. So they're a resilient team. I'm sure they can make this a game. I don't think this will remain a blowout.
3rd and 10. Don't know if that got the first. It was close. It does get the first, so Hayden Hurst will get out of bounds across the 50 to the 47. As, yeah, thus far, I mean, rushing the ball, they really haven't done a great job of running it, but they also haven't really done a great job of giving people chances to run it. I mean, ECN has 25 for 143 and 3 touchdowns. That's a game stat line, if you ask me. Is not a great throw, but Hayden Hurst will bail him out. Was hit as he threw, and they're going to hurry up to the line. Probably should have used that last time out, but they will try to get one more play off, go for the end zone as Lawrence chased from the back, and he's going to run out of bounds with 10 seconds left, ball in the 23. So you got one chance at maybe the end zone, maybe over the middle, and try to run it in, but no matter what, you want to get down, call that timeout, and at least get 3 out of this drive.
Yeah, you need points. You can't.
Yeah.
You can't go down.
If you throw an interception right now, the game's over. Especially if it goes to the house.
Oh.
2nd and 3. Looking for the end zone into double coverage. Chark incomplete. Couldn't quite come down with it. So with 4 seconds, Jacksonville's going to have to kick the field goal. Definitely not the best throw, as they will sneak this in. So hey, 20-3 as we go into half. Things have definitely been worse.
He had the end route, but I mean, I don't know what good that does. So
yeah, that wouldn't have done a whole lot. You want to look for the end zone right there, because I mean, even with the incompletion, you only had 4 seconds. So unless it was short of the goal line, looking like it was about to go in or to the end zone, don't need to force that. But I mean, right there, that was thrown into double coverage. It kind of floated right there where you could feasibly get a guy picking that off. I just don't like throwing that one up for grabs, but hey, they still get their 3. They're not looking up at a goose egg coming out of the tunnel. And now here we go, 1st and 10 from the 25 to start this 3rd quarter. You know, just 14 yards rushing so far by Jacksonville. And I think all of it is by that man in number 16. They will finally get their first true running play for their running back. Who will get all of 1 yard. And actually, that's his 2nd touch. I forgot about him getting a believe he got an option or was given 1 run. But yeah, just 2 touches thus far for your running back. Something's got to give.
Yeah, I mean, that obviously means you're throwing a lot. And
Yeah,
who
I know
knows,
that they
maybe
made the
the weather.
change to. I know they made the change to the air raid, but I mean, you're in a rain game. Um, it's just I just don't like it. As looking deep for Chark again, and it's going to be picked off. Had guys underneath, forces it to Reed, and yeah, it did exactly what you couldn't do. You have 2 guys on in routes wide open. I mean, 2 guys took the corner route to the tight end. You've got the underneath route, and that is a guaranteed first down. If you hit the outside in route, one of the guys throws a block, nobody's covering the second guy, that's at least 10 yards, if not more. Instead, you try to force it deep, you're hit as you throw, and you throw a pick. It's just, that's all on Trevor Lawrence right there. Just a terrible, terrible, terrible read.
Yeah, I mean, forcing things, once you get the big play, the chunk play, cut the deficit, so they can bite you. They can definitely bite you.
And we're going to see play action here. Tagovailoa spins away from the coverage and throws this one away. That was a good job of escaping that, escaping the pressure. Would have liked to see him be able to just dump it off to the running back after doing that, and then see if he can maybe get something going. Instead, just has to. Instead, rolls out, is still looking deep, and I admire the eyes downfield, but unfortunately has to eat it and doesn't get anything. But hey, quick change. You want to try and go for that home run ball right off the rip. It doesn't happen. Oh well. Let's talk about Tagovailoa hit as he throws. And
the pass rushers are getting after it today, huh? A lot of pressures, a lot of hits, a lot of affecting some throws. So defense came to play today.
And that will bring up a 3rd and 10. Here, I really don't want to settle for another field goal.
You have the points on brain.
I mean, points are great, but at the same time, like, you're going to be staring up at, you've gotten near or in the red zone 3 times and gotten 1 touchdown. Out back, Tagovailoa throws underneath. Intercepted by Griffin! And Griffin's going to take this one all the way. A terrible mistake by Tagovailoa. It looked like he had his guy, but he threw it late. That needed to get out right off the rip. And it doesn't happen.
Yeah, it's a long throw. You know.
And they missed the extra point. So Jacksonville just can't win for losing. As instead of cutting the deficit to 10, they'll only cut the deficit to 11. Oh,
probably gonna get a
man.
run play here. Houston's probably gonna take it. That's aggressive, you know. Let's see.
As that was Shaq Griffin taking that back. Kind of surprised that, speaking of Shaq, you obviously have Shaquille. You had a chance at Shaquem too. I believe he was in free agency. Did not get picked up.
He was signed by yours truly. He was on the Chiefs.
Yeah. Would have liked to see them reunite the Griffin brothers, but
yeah, for sure. Yeah, sure
give to Callaway. There's nothing there.
I mean, if you're Jacksonville, get on their stop, force a 3rd and long or 3rd and medium, get off the field. You got some momentum.
Yeah, I mean, you're definitely looking a lot better right now. If your defense is able to stand tall, who knows? Maybe you're able to turn something out of nothing. But gotta get that stop first as Tagovailoa drops back. Oof, pressure there. Was looking for the running back. Threw it a little late. a little bit late, had the pressure there, and it ends up just falling innocently incomplete. I know he wanted to see if something got there, but like, you knew it wasn't there. As soon as your running back hits the turn, just throw a nice touch pass to him. That'll get like 6 or 7 yards, and you're on schedule. Instead, now you're sitting back at 3rd and 11 after the negative run play. Tagovailoa drops back. Plenty of time. Looking deep. That's the rookie incomplete. Whew. So Tagovailoa gets aggressive. I like it. It was one-on-one. Safety just made a really good play.
Oh, yeah. On 3rd and long, are you a fan of the 3-down lineman? Just put eight back in coverage and get a stop? Or not? We've seen teams inside zone, get a good chunk of it then in 4th and short. What do you think of going to 3-down linemen?
I like the 3-down linemen and force them to try and win it on the run. The downside is Houston's done a really good job of running the football all day long, so I don't trust them to even make the stop. We're going to see ETN get another carry here, and about 3 there. I believe Houston was reading run all the way, and they blocked it pretty well. Still gain of 3, so if you're Jacksonville, you consider that a win. But for Houston, you're glad that you were able to at least get a few yards taken down. We're going to see 2nd and 7 here. And another run. It's going to go to ETN, who is stopped after about gain of 6. Looked pretty good. Actually, they're going to mark him a lot shorter than I thought.
3rd and manageable. 3rd and manageable.
I thought that they were going to give him about the 49-50. And they give him the 47. Lawrence drops back, pressured. Going deep, looking for Chark. He's got him, and he's in! Big hitter to DJ Chark. And that right there, that's what happens whenever you gamble. You gamble, you bring the 0, and you leave it open in the backside. Pressure doesn't get there. And yeah, just a bomb.
Yeah, pressure has to get there. If you're in cover 0, you can't have your DBs covering that long. It's never a good sign.
And now here we go. We're gonna go for 2 to try and make this a 3-point game and make it 20-17. Lawrence drops back, runs, and he's gonna take it himself. So he will get the 2.
Back to a one-score game.
Yeah. I mean, things were not looking good. It looked like at worst-case scenario, Houston was going to go up 23-3 and make it a 20-point game. Instead, they throw a pick 6, get nothing coming out of it, and now all of a sudden we're looking up at 20-17. I think that everyone that turned off the broadcast and was like, they got this one in the bag, is all of a sudden coming back after getting out of the kitchen, looking at that turkey for this coming Thursday and getting mouth-watering, and all of a sudden they look up at the scoreboard, it's 20-17. How the hell did that happen? And, I believe that was Von Miller getting in on the sack. Play action, nothing there. They've been playing contain for quite a while now. After those first couple of drives, and it's worked well for them. Now sitting on 2nd and 24. Tagovailoa drops back, got a man, overthrew him. Had Jordan, and he missed him.
That's why you trade for someone like Von Miller, right? To get that pressure in those key situations that can change a game. Even at his age, he's still wrecking games, just like he did now. Forcing the.
And now you're sitting on 3rd and for fucking ever. I don't like this. Yep. I saw it coming, and Myers drops it. I saw it coming. It was gonna be the It was gonna be the quick route with everyone backed off. Try and get it. Let him run for it. Myers doesn't catch that. And that's a big hurt. As now, Jacksonville's gonna get it just past the 50.
Yeah, but this is their
With a
best field
chance to,
position.
yeah, with a chance to tie the game.
And take the lead.
I don't like putting Jacoby Myers on that, by the way. I would have rather seen the rookie Dylan Jones get it, but oh well. And first down run to ETN. He had a hole, but he Mark Sanchez'd it.
The Texans are sending a lot of pressure. They're not showing pressure, but they're definitely sending it. A good job of disguising so far, as far as stopping the running game.
They're doing a good job of hiding it. I think they're calling it pretty late. But the thing is, like, it's worked well in the run game. In the passing game, they have yet to get to Lawrence, really. They've gotten to him a lot better in the four-man rush. As Hurst right there to make that a little bit tougher of a throw, but he will get it off to the 50. And ETN took a good shot, and I'll make it 3rd and 6. It looked like I don't think ETN was hurt, but he definitely did not look like he liked that hit. That's 3rd and 6. You cannot squander this field position. Lawrence dumps this off to Hurst. Not going to make anyone miss. He's going to go backwards. As they squander the field position. And on 4th and 9, they're going to have to punt.
That's a big response by Houston. I mean, if you're Jacksonville, you have all the momentum. You get the best field position of the game. Force turnover, scoring points, but can't capitalize on that drive.
And good punt. This is going to come down at the 10. They will still get it out to about the 20. And yeah, the downside of Houston is definitely their backside to secondary. I think that's why they're trying to send all these pressures, try and get in his face. Because the thing is, when it comes to corner, there is 0 in the size department for Houston. Their tallest corner is their dime corner. Isaiah Johnson is 6'2". Everyone else, Mitchell's 5'11", Moreland's 5'10", Desmond King's 5'10". Like, there is no height in that corner room.
I mean, the only upside, right, is, I guess, is it Justin Reed?
Yeah, Justin Reed and Lonnie Johnson are both over 6 foot, but they are both playing safety. So,
yeah, but they're on the back end. I mean,
free and strong side safety, yeah, that helps. But whenever you're in coverage alone, like especially against a guy as big as DJ Chark, that hurts. As Callaway busts open a pretty nice run here on 2nd down, and we'll get the first.
Yeah, if you're ever chasing in coverage, that's not good.
No.
Especially as BB, if you're chasing,
no.
Just like when Clark went down the seam, that's tough. That's the worst position to be in.
Now, whenever it comes to this Houston team, their front 7 is pretty nice. Cunningham is obviously a great player as play action for Tagovailoa. Yeah, there was nothing there.
That was great coverage by that linebacker.
Yeah. Great coverage. Probably should have just taken off running because it looked like he had a hole. Yeah, like Zach Cunningham is obviously the best player from this front 7, but you still have guys like Wilkinson, Pierre Lewis, Malik Reed, Maurice Hurst, who has been raking havoc in the middle. Tagovailoa, Von Miller breaks free, but isn't able to do anything. Thankfully, that play was going very quick, because if it wasn't, Von Miller had a free lane at Tua.
Yeah, Jacoby Myers again. You know, that slot, just making plays, being reliable, being where he needs to be.
Yeah, if Jacoby Myers had brought in that 3rd and 22, we might be looking at a slightly different look. Wouldn't have had that defensive stop, but hey, 3rd and 2. Now from the 46. Tagovailoa drops back. Oh, he had actually 2 guys to choose from. He chooses Marlon Mack. And Marlon Mack on the scissor route is going to get the first. Up just shy of the 30. And for as good as Houston's done, they're only at 114 passing yards.
Mhm.
I don't know if that number is off because of the interception yardage, because I'm pretty sure Tagovailoa has more. But they have been given a short field a few times, so that has helped. First down, play action. Tagovailoa. Oh no, a bad pass, and that's going to be picked off by C.J. Henderson. Yeah, I don't think he ever saw CJ, and CJ's gonna, unless Marlon Mack can get in there, take it. Yep, he'll take it. And Jacksonville is going to take the lead. I want to get hyped for that, but it's just a bad throw by Tua. Never saw CJ Henderson. I know I think he was keyed in on the linebacker, waiting on him to get past that linebacker, but by that time it's too late. He's come right into CJ Henderson's zone. It gets picked off, and that's now 2 pick sixes that Tua Tagovailoa has thrown. 3 pick sixes on the game in total because Trevor Lawrence threw that one before half. And now a game that Houston had completely in control has flipped on its head, and Jacksonville has scored 24 unanswered.
Yeah, if you're Jacksonville, you're happy because how bad you played in the first half. It's not the window. You responded well, but if you're Houston, man, you had a big lead, get everything going for you, playing good D, but just the turnovers. When you shoot yourself in the foot, like it'll obviously cost you games.
Yeah, and Twitter is sounding off about the Texans playing with their food, and that has gotten them behind the sticks now. Yeah, I mean they've just completely thrown a game that they had well in their grasp. Now here we go, 2nd and 7. Give to the side. That's Marlon Mack, and he'll get about 2. Makes it 3rd and 5. 3rd and somewhat manageable. It's not quite 3rd and short, but it definitely could be a lot worse right now.
Yeah. I mean, you got most of the playbook open, can make plays, and you're not just hoping for a 3rd and long. You have a reasonable chance to convert this.
Give to Callaway. He's going to get the first.
What did we talk about earlier? 3 down linemen on 3rd and long-ish, turning medium scenarios. He comes back and bites you.
Yep. 3rd and 5. They try and just drop 8, show 3 down linemen, and yeah, that's the freest 8 yards that Callaway is ever going to see. Now here we go, 1st down and 10. And, oh no, another pick. This is going to be Shaq Griffin for his 2nd time. Again, just doesn't see him.
You kind of have 2 guys running towards the same route, similar routes. I mean, it just takes one guy to cover both, and he makes the play. That's why you go get like a Shaq Griffin.
Yeah, and I mean, Tua's been playing great. Breaking the 4th wall here. This is entirely on the user. These have been terrible reads. It's not like, at least or as I say it, ETN. I was going to say Lawrence, but at least ETN, as ETN just breaks a huge run. But at least Lawrence, most of his mistakes, aside from the pick 6, were all entirely on Lawrence. It was him getting hit as he threw, just bad throws, what have you. Speaking of pressure, probably should have been intercepted, but somehow Butler's going to come away with this.
Houston, that kills you.
We're going to see Terrace Mitchell go down hurt. It's going to bring Isaiah Johnson, the dime back, into the nickel. Ugh. And we're going to see give to ETN here on 1st and goal, marked down at the 5.
Yeah, I mean, Houston, for that, you do that bend, don't break concept, you force hold to 3, you give yourselves a chance. But if this lead continues to balloon, you can get away from you quickly.
And now we're looking up 2nd and goal. Ball on the 5 as we take just shy of 8 minutes left in this 4th quarter of action. ETN stretches it out wide. Close to the end line, but not quite going to be in there.
Are you running this or throwing this, Brain?
Depends on this. Oh, run.
Yeah, I mean.
I was about to say, like, depending on what I see, have 2 plays called and just kind of kill it if you need to. And we're going to see the run. ETN is in. Linebacker came free, could have made the play, but he does not. He overruns it really badly, was expecting the throw. And now here we go. And a missed extra point. So what would have been an 11-point lead is now a 10-point lead because they have missed 2 kicks. Remember, Jacksonville fired their kicker before the start of the season.
Right, and it's kind of funny. Both teams have been up 10 or more points in this game.
Yeah, we've seen double-digit leads on both sides. Houston has a chance. I mean, they've got all 3 timeouts. You've got plenty of time. If you can just score, get points on the board, get a 3, get a touchdown would be great, obviously. But if you can at least get 3, make it a 1-possession game again.
Definitely give your team a chance.
Yeah, you can do something on it. If you can get a touchdown and make it a 3-point game to where even a field goal will keep you within a touchdown, even better, but... First down. Looking up the seam, that's the rookie, Dylan Jones. And in one play, just shy of the 50. I'd call that a good bounce back by Tua Tagovailoa there. It was a very tight window, too. We're going to see play action here on first down. Coming out of that, looking deep, that's Dylan Jones again. Couldn't get the feet down. Oh, man, he had him open, but he threw it a little bit too far to the right.
He had him. That's a big, cover, 50 yards in 2 plays, but...
Yeah, that would have put him just shy of the red zone. If nothing else, at least in field goal range. And now 2nd down. Quick pass out to the left to Jacoby Myers, and Myers looks like he got the first. Yep. They give him the ball. He just barely crossed that line, but Jacoby Myers will get it, and they're going to hurry up to the line now. Tagovailoa drops back. Pressured. Yeah, risky throw there as Jacoby Myers drops it.
That's tough. I mean, 2 guys essentially running the same route again. A lot of congestion. But
yeah, and that was just
take it.
Great play on the press there by the corners. As Jacoby Myers in the slot, I mean, usually pretty sure-handed as got a man underneath. Took way too long to throw that, and Jacoby Myers will make a couple guys miss and get the first.
Yeah, Jacoby Myers 8 for 98 yards. I see he had a big drop earlier on 3rd and long, but he's making plays now. You're almost in the red zone. You give your team a chance.
And now here we go. 1st and 10, 24-yard line. Myers comes in motion. They will fake it to him, and it's going to be a throw. But nothing there. Tagovailoa take off running. He will finally take off running, and he's going to be just shy of the first down marker. It's out of bounds at the 10. 10 at the 15. I meant to say shy of the 10 yards, but...
Tua's athletic. He can move a little bit.
And people sometimes forget that he's not the fastest guy on the field, don't get me wrong, but... He's definitely... he's sneaky athletic for sure. Tagovailoa drops back. Pressured, looking for the end zone. Myers, close. They're going to mark him out at the 1. Couldn't quite make the ballerina move to catch that spin around and reach across.
Yeah, that's a great route. Great concentration, bringing it down. No, I mean, you got to get a touchdown here right on the 1.
Yeah. I mean, this would be what, 3 or 4 times that they've gotten to the goal, right to the goal line, and then not gotten anything. Tagovailoa, nah, took way too long to finally take off running, as Brown is going to sack him for a loss of 2. I mean, right now, as much pressure as we've seen Houston get all night, they haven't gotten to Lawrence in the backfield, at least, as Marlon Mack is going to take this one in from 3 yards out. That's a nice touchdown run to get them back on the board and back within a score.
A good drive. Houston took what they gave them, man coverage, or I mean, a lot of receivers are open throughout those plays. Myers mostly, but yeah, took what they gave them, and not even gave him a chance. Get a stop and capitalize, and you can still win this ball game.
Oh, without a doubt. Your defense had played so well in the first half, and even to start the second half until your offense started giving points back to Jacksonville.
Yeah.
Keep in mind, Jacksonville has, I know for a fact, 14 points off of turnovers, if not at least 17 to 21.
Mm-hmm.
They really haven't proven that they can just move the ball down the field and score a touchdown. And play action, they're going to throw here, as Lawrence finally will take a sack, and that's going to move him back inside the 10.
Yeah, got a little bit too cute there. I see they fit the play.
And they had
the switch, but
they had contain on, which they've had on for most of the game, and now, like, look, you're even putting the ball in the air, only up 3. Like, you're pulling a Shanahan, as they're going to put the ball in the air again. Hader looked like he was going to come in and possibly take that in for a safety, but they will dump it off to Hurst, and Hurst is just, look, he got some yards back, sure, but he goes out of bounds, so 3rd and 15 with the clock stopped.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you're pulling a full Shanahan. If you punt this back to Houston with 3 timeouts, you have just thrown the game by way of offensive play calling, as pressure gets it off, and Hurst is short.
Yeah, great job by Houston.
Only got to the 29, and yeah, and they're not even gonna waste any clock before this punt. As King now doesn't get a whole lot on the return, but hey, so starting from the 34. Just, what is this clock management? Is Shanahan taking over for Urban Meyer? What happened?
Yeah, even through all the turmoil of this game, Houston is, pretty much in control whether you score at least a field goal, tie it up, and end the game. Obviously, you want to win, but it's all you. It's for you to win.
So, 1st and 10, 3:30, play action, Tagovailoa. Yeah, nothing there. Dumps it off to the tight end, who maybe got back to the line. Again, that's one where Tua probably could have just done it himself.
Like, a lot of bootlegs this game, right?
Like, throw it to if you're going to throw it to the fullback, throw it to the fullback a little bit sooner. Like, you can kind of tell coming out of the bootleg if anything's going to be open or not. Either take off running or dump it off. As looking for Myers, it's intercepted. Forces it into double coverage. And now you're hoping to stop from a field goal.
I get it. Myers is your best receiver, it looks like, but
look, I know that it looks like Jacoby Myers is open, but like, that's a very tight window. You have to get it up and over. I don't trust a Madden quarterback to ever do that. Ever.
Yeah, going to the sideline, that's tough. You got to lob it, essentially. You can't really force him. If you bullet that, that's going to happen every time. But it's a sideline, so you can't really lob it. I just a poor decision.
Yeah, I mean, that needs to be a high touch or lob one. Mm-hmm. And I don't think either of those happened, I think it was a bullet.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, now is again the motto bend don't break. If you can, give yourself a chance. But if they get points here, I mean, that's tough to come back from. But here, we'll see if Houston can respond.
I mean, if they can at least force a field goal, if you can force the field goal, that'd be perfect.
Mm-hmm.
Play action, Lawrence. Underneath for ETN was pretty well covered. He's lucky that that didn't get picked. Goes for nothing, so 3rd and 10 now coming up.
3rd and long. Again, three. Are you gonna see 3 down linemen? Are you gonna see 8 in coverage?
I highly doubt that we see 3 down linemen. Maybe see 8 in coverage, though.
Okay.
As on 3rd and 10, they are crowding the line. It will be that blitz. Looking deep for the end zone. That might just ice it.
Mm-hmm. Great play call against man coverage. You're chasing. Once you see the back of the jersey, it's GG's.
And that was in fact a bullet pass intended for Jacoby Myers. So yeah, that's why it got picked. Not on Tagovailoa at all. Just a terrible decision. And all of the interceptions so far have been a terrible decision. Now you're looking up at a 10-point deficit after just climbing out of this hole. You get it back to 1 score. You get the stop, and then you throw a stupid pick.
Yeah, that's tough. I mean, I get, ups and downs.
You've been running the ball so well all day. You've been running the ball so well all day long. Why have you been going to the air so much? Why?
I mean, it's Jacksonville made adjustments. They're containing, trying to keep the guys between the tackles, but yeah, they just completely went away from it.
So here we go. 2:24.
This is pass rusher time.
And this is when Nwosu or Miller are getting in. Nwosu breaks free and at least delivers the hit.
Yeah, that's 4 interceptions by Tua. I mean, how many times can you throw 4 interceptions and win a game and at any level? So obviously, this is tough. This is a tough one. You had it. You had everything going for you. You had a big lead. You're up 20-3.
Yep. All you had to do was you're up 20-0. Forget 20-3. You were up 20-0 before half. Give up 3.
Yeah, take care of the ball. I mean,
Tagovailoa, yeah, nothing here, and that sack will more than likely take us to the 2-minute warning. So, barring a desperation moment, we should see this game go ahead and end, not with a bang, but with a whimper.
Yeah, I mean, this is prime pass rusher time. Vaughn and Wilson are licking their chops, getting after it. The tackles have to protect for as long as they can and hope someone comes open.
I mean, unless you... Look, this has to go to either Dylan or Myers has to get a big play here. That is not a big play.
No. Pass rushers are feasting.
Yeah. I don't even think that was a pass rusher. That was an inside guy.
Yeah, it was.
That was Robinson.
Pass rushing.
Yeah. So now this is the time when you go three down and play 8 in coverage. I mean, it's 4th and 21, down 10. You're obviously going to throw it. And Tagovailoa throws up a prayer for Dylan Jones, and it's incomplete. So yeah, I mean, at this point, you might as well kneel it. You don't have to, because I mean, hey, they still have 3 timeouts, so maybe you get to stop and you force a field goal, and at least you're looking up at 13, but that's pretty optimistic, and I think Houston might just be ready to get out of here.
Yeah. I mean, if you're Houston, obviously, I mean, do you believe in moral victories, Ryan?
But, huh?
Do you believe in moral victories?
No.
Yeah. I mean, you had a
I be-
lead, a
all right.
big lead,
I
one
believe in
against a good user,
I
you
believe in
know.
moral
So,
victories whenever you are one of the worse off teams in the league. If
hmm
you're if you are consistently sitting up at like a top 10 pick, then yeah.
hmm
But Houston's not wanting to be there this year. They want to at least contend. I think they're looking at trying to make at least a 9-8 season happen, sneak in
hmm
as a wild card team. But they thought maybe, hey, maybe we can make a push for the division. And you had this game in the bag. You
we
had
did.
this game in the bag after halftime. 20-0, you get the ball, or 20-3 after half, you get the ball back. Everything's looking so great, and then
Yeah.
you
I mean,
turn the ball over 4 times because you make stupid decisions.
hmm you had the game in your hands. You had it. You let it slip away from you. You know, obviously division games can always go either way, as we saw here. I'm sure Jacksonville would have been favored to coming into it, but on to next week.
Yeah, just a just a huge misstep here,
hmm
and I mean, do you have anything to add?
No, I mean, I didn't I didn't think the game would go like that. Multiple double-digit leads by both teams, but a lot of turnovers. Anything can happen. Um, no, but that was it for me. What about you, Brain?
Yeah, I think that's gonna go ahead and do it for me too.
Cool.
Just go back, look at the tape, see all the mistakes that you made, and fix it going into the next weeks because Houston has a chance to make a push. They have a good
Yeah,
team.
absolutely.
They've got a good
Yeah.
team. Are there still some holes to fill? Yes, but I think that you can at least put a little bit of like put some flex seal over it or something and make something happen. But like just if you can fix your own mistakes and make it to where it's only the roster or Madden that hurts you,
Yeah.
Houston's gonna go and make a playoff run. But right now, after that, it's not looking good. But
Awesome.
thank you guys so much for tuning in. Don't know what game of the week is next week. Haven't looked at week 4 yet for the slate of games. But if something happens, we will get back to you. But until next time, thank you guys for tuning in. Hit that subscribe button, and we will see you guys next time.